Hi everyone, it's Caroline. Thanks for joining me today. It's Hillside Heart Prompts Week 3. One. And oh, get that one there. Oh, there's that lady. This week's prompts are Serenity, contributed by A.R. Palm 11, and Ribbon, contributed by Gigi Hannah. Those are going to be fun to work with, and already I know Serenity, this is my place of serenity, my happy place. I think it's going to be right here. I'm going to see in my scrappy storage book, my collage masterboard book, if there's anything in here. And I know they're already finished, but I could use these as a bit of a base, work on. These are all very serene for me. Just looking to see if there's anything, like more current ones that I've done. And it says burnout. The opposite to me is having peace and serenity. Oh, and this one too. Love Rocks. Well, that is a fun one. I think I'll take this one. It would be hard for me to choose. I'm going to use this one because I love this. And I could literally put this whole thing on the page. It's a little bit larger. Well, maybe what I'll do is use part of it. I'm going to tear through this. Okay, that's got a plastic coat on it, so I'm going to tear that part and then come over here. And I'll use this part. And then I can do something else there. Yes, and then here I will trim this up. Make sure I have a lot of glue on here. I will put some ribbon over here. Maybe I'll put some ribbon down there. Nice to have the blank pages. I was thinking at the very, very beginning when I turned my heart around to reveal the word, the prompt, I thought, oh, I'm going to do some painting. And I will do some painting because that is very much serenity for me. And I'll do it up here. And as a very calming thing for me, which is part of the description of serenity, I'm going to use some paint. This is, I believe this is at the very, very end. I don't know if I can open this. And I'm also going to use some of my cotton candy. Yeah, this is a very serene thing for me to do. I don't even know if I want to use this. I'll start. see what this looks like when it's finished. I will put some ribbon down here. I am going to be using this page also, and I'm going to take off this section here. Probably a bit, just deciding on what I want to do here. I want to bring some ribbon in, and I also want to have a place to put my hearts. This lady is so fun. I'm going to add my ribbon, but make it so that I can turn these around together. I find the colors always work out really nicely. And because this all goes together, just trying to think what I want to do. I think I'll leave this as a pocket, as an up tuck. And I can dangle these here on the side, here or here. Okay, so I'll use my ribbon that way, and I'm going to use my ribbon down here. Okay, I think I'll put some ribbon on first. Gathering a few ribbon lengths. This is 88 cents. It's never been opened. This was from my mom's stash. So it's time to open it up. It's really tiny. This is a great place to use it. It's purple. I've got 3 to work with right now, so I'll start with that. And I think I'll use this one. No, this one here. Yeah, that's a good one down there. Well, yeah, I think I will trim this. I also have a tape runner. And I'm going to change up my ribbon. This one's a bit thicker, so I'll use this here. Glue is always great. I use glue most of the time, but today I just felt like using some of my supplies that I have. Nothing I have is fancy. I'm going to layer the 3 ribbons that I'm using on top of each other, and I am going to sew them together, and then I can put them on the bottom here, and I'm going to, whatever I have left over, I'll use for my little hearts and other places to embellish. So I'm going to sew this. I didn't do anything too fancy. I did a straight stitch and I just left my black thread in the way it is. Little enhancing, little extra. Now I'm thinking I don't really need that as a tuck spot. I have all this area here that I can do some journaling. And so I don't really need to make an extra card, although I could use this as a card. Maybe that's what I'll do. I'll use this. That's how it works for me. I just talk it through and then just kind of switch up my mind. I'll still use my hearts as dangles, but I'm going to put something on the back. On the back of this. I'm digging into my bag to get the scraps. Keep it simple. So this back part doesn't have to be fancy or anything. I'm just going to lay that on top. Serenity is bringing calm, peacefulness into your surroundings, and it's a great prompt. It's a great word because that's exactly what this does. And I'm going to trim off the excess. I'm going to put my ribbon here so I don't have to worry about taking this edge off. And I want to keep that torn edge on that side. So what I'll do here is I'm going to use my bone folder. I could have sewn it on. I did a quick straight stitch and now I'm making a little fold so that I can open this up, and then this can be a writing spot. And then I have the rest of this ribbon here. I can leave some to dangle, which would be good, and a couple different lengths. Or should I do the same thing over here? Oh, I know, I have another idea. Because this is going to be flapping up. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put a piece of ribbon down here, a piece of ribbon here, and I can tie it, and then it'll stay closed. So that's how I'm using the ribbon today. And I will use this one down here. Going to need a longer piece. the pretty iridescent ribbon. I'll be able to do my journaling on the card, and I don't want to waste this ribbon, so I'm going to do the same thing that I did on this side. Then the extra length will be able to tie. Well, I think that's just too much to have the two exact ribbon clusters on the side. So what I'm going to do is flip this over and put it on the inside. Gives a little more added decorating on the inside of my page. And then what I can do is I can put it like that, and I'll trim off the extra ribbon here, and I'll just leave the purple so that I can tie it so it stays closed. This is attached. It won't be able to open. It's going to be tighter than that. I'm going to do it that way. All for fun. All for fun and experimenting. I want to see if this works. Two different gauges. Oh yeah, that'll work. That doesn't come up. It's really pretty colors. This side over here. Oh, I think I have enough ribbon, and I'll frame that up. Should I go that way? I'll go this way. Ribbons. So I can undo that to get in here. I'm going to leave this the way it is. I like the way that it's textured, and with the paper here, a little bit of my burlap is coming out from a tear. That's what happened when I made it. So I like the way that looks. Got a lot of decorations on here. This is left over from all the cuts of the ribbon, and I'm going to make a tiny cluster, and then I'll put it on here somewhere, and then I'm going to add the ribbon to my hearts. My little cluster, I added a little bit of glue underneath so that this is hanging over, and what I'm going to do is use a bulb pin. After I attach my ribbon here, I'm going to take the iridescent ribbon. Let me see what I'm going to need. Probably this much here. And I'm going to add them. I really don't want to cover this lady up very much, so maybe I'll stagger them and then I can put it over here. And let's see if that works. This tape runner is, I think it's a little bit wider than the ribbon. Maybe not. I think it'll be okay. And I do want to keep some of the ribbon to attach. And then down here, like that. Yeah, I'll do it on this edge. I think it's funny that Serenity is on this picture with this lady. And I remember taking her out of one of my Women's Day magazines. It was for cleaning. I think it was Javex. I think that's what it was, the advertisement for. That's going to go over here with a bulb pin. Well, I changed my mind. I'm using just a regular safety pin. Like this. We have our hearts. I have my ribbons. They can be twisted. Not quite finished. I'm going to use this purple to inspire me to use my gelato in some of these areas here. And I was thinking of using white, but I'm going to stay with all these fun colors. It's not really a whole lot. It's already decorated the way I like it. Week number 3. I'll put it right here. Week number 3 is Serenity and ribbon. All the ribbons here. Fun to frame today's spread. I also used the ribbon for attaching my hearts, and this lady was a perfect choice for this, very unplanned. She just looks like, yeah, time to be serene. And attached it up here with a pin, very simple, and I attached all my ribbon, my thick ribbon, with my tape runner. I can flip around. I'm going to leave it this way for now. I also added the definition of serenity. It is the state of being calm, peaceful, and untroubled, which is exactly what this does for me. I chose from the scrapbook storage book my master board page, tore it apart, and then I added the rest of it to this side, attached it with the ribbon, and I put a little seam down the middle, made a closure here so it wouldn't flip-flop all over the place, attached the ribbon there, and then I did my journaling, so that flips over so to do the journaling. Talked about what this means to me, and then I can attach it here with a little bow. And I think this is very peaceful, fun to do, fun to use my ribbons. It's great to use those items that we have in our supply drawers. Thanks everyone for joining me today. I had a lot of fun putting this together. I hope this inspires you. I always say it's open to your own interpretation. To add more, make it your own. As always, be adventurous and stay cozy. I'll see you in the next video. Bye for now.